Hi guys, and welcome back to a brand new season of Take Me Home. I'm Wes, and in today's episode we'll be going through our summer transfers and we'll be playing our first league game of the season in the Southern League Premier Central against Stratford Town. Now, those of you who didn't watch the last episode, make sure you go back and watch it, because that is the episode where we were confirmed champions of the Isthmian Division South Central, whatever it was. It was a long name, but yeah, we confirmed that we were going to be champions of that division in the last episode, and we've done us. I played through the transfer window. Well, I say the transfer window. Played through the summer, and we're just about to start our new season. This is the league that we've gone into. It was one of the leagues that it was the league that I suspected that we would go into, based on where we were last season and some of the teams in and around this division that are quite close to Ware in real life. Like Harlow, I know, is very close to Ware. Enfield. I went through this in the last episode, so I'm not going to go through it again. So we'll start off by having a look at the players that have left the club. Ryan Millington went on a free to Welling United. One of our backup goalkeepers went to Blackburn on a free. We lost Ethan Vassell to Grimsby Town. It's weird. The town that I now currently live in is stealing players from the town that I used to live in. And the biggest blow of all, Connor Carty left. We couldn't get him on a proper contract because he wanted too much money, and you know, we just couldn't offer it. I did ask the board to try and intervene and get some more money to make sure that he stayed at the club, but they couldn't, or they weren't prepared to do it. So we did end up losing him. He's gone to Burton Albion on £700 a week. Burton Albion are in League 2 as at the moment. So yeah, he should get some game time there. We'll be keeping a close eye on him. He's still on my short list, so we'll keep an eye on him in his career. Hopefully we can, as we progress up the leagues, we might be able to bring him back. So he's only 19 years old, and he's got a lot of improvement, potential improvement in his career. We'll have a look at some of the players that we released as well, because there was a few. Kyle Porter's gone, James Caton, James Hancock's, Jonathan Page, Marcus Day, Jack Payne, Elliot Webber and Michi Mbuti have all left the club, because I feel like we've replaced them. We've got better players, and I don't want any deadwood hanging around the place. We just want to make sure that we've got a good team, a good squad of players, try and save some money. I mean, all of them were on non-contracts anyway, but it takes up room in the wage budget because the game basically does something to it estimates how many games they're going to play in a season and takes that out of your wage budget. But if we have a look at some of the players that we've brought in, Dominic Rogerson was our first signing of the transfer window. He is a 19-year-old English goalkeeper. We've signed him on a proper contract. He's on £300 a week. He came in on a free transfer from Walsall, who released him at the end of last season. Never played a game for them, but he comes in as our best goalkeeper. He is, if we look at him, look at our coach reports, he's better than Paul Jones, and he's only 19, so he should be good for us. We've still got Jones as a backup if he isn't any good, but he's generally going to be our starting keeper. We want to give him some game time. Then got Miles Sona, a 19-year-old English centre-back, again on a proper contract, £400 a week. He is, he's a 19-year-old centre-back, came in from Eastleigh, where he played 22 games last season. Had a pretty decent season. Didn't play every game for them, but you know, he's shown he can cut it at a higher level, because he was playing in the National League South, which is where we will be going if we get promoted from this league. We signed Nico Eve on loan from Newport County, He's a 19-year-old English centre-back, can also play at right-back. He's been signed as a bit of backup, really. Newport signed him on a free from Warrington, so he's played at this sort of level before. He played one game in the National League last season. But yeah, he'll do as a bit of backup. We signed Michael Tate, a 20-year-old English striker. He was the replacement for Connor Carty. I don't know how he's going to fare. He's never played a game at senior level. He came from Aston Villa. According to our coaches, he's actually our best striker, better than Jaffet Matter. But Jaffet Matter always played way ahead of his star rating suggested. Anyway, we've also signed Marquez Muir, I'm going to call him Marquez Muir. He's a 18-year-old English centre back. He's on a non-contract. He came in from Tottenham. Yeah, he's on a non-contract, but he's decent attributes. He comes in as our best centre back. Alex Kirk has come in as well, another 18-year-old English centre back on a non-contract. Came in on a free from Arsenal, and he is seen to be as good as Marcus Muir. So we seem to have strengthened quite a lot in defence. We've got Maxwell Statham. I wonder if he's any relation to Jason Statham. He came in on a free. He's a 20-year-old English centre-back. Yet another centre-back. He's come in from Spurs. And he's our fourth best central defender. All 5 of the central defenders that we've signed in this transfer window are deemed to be better star rating wise than Leon Legg, who was our best defender last season. So, and Dinesh Gelia, he's come in. He's a 21-year-old English centre back, but can play as defensive midfielder. He can play as a ball playing defender, which is quite good. It's a role that I like to use, because I like us to play out from the back, but we didn't really have anybody that could play that position very well. He's got 13 on passing, so he should be quite good. He's got 12 on vision as well. He should be a perfect ball playing defender. He's coming on a free from Bournemouth, and I think he's on a non-contract as well. He is on a non-contract. I'm sure we signed another one. Maybe we signed him before it ticked over to this season. Yeah, there he is. Lewis Britton. He's a 19-year-old English striker, can play as a poacher, target man or advanced forward. Although he's only got 5 finishing. But then Jaffet Matter's finishing is not that good, to be fair. He's very quick. So he is good as a bit of backup. He's signed on a non-contract. Yeah, we signed him at the end of last season. He came in from Bristol City. He's previously played in and around our sort of level all his career, so he should fit in quite well. And that's it for transfers so far. I am looking to bring a few more players in. We still have an available wage budget of £4,500, so we've still got plenty of scope to bring more players in. And we're going to play our first game of the season against Stratford Town. In fact, before we go into this game, we'll have a quick look at the season preview to see where the media think we're going to finish this season. And they have said that we're favourites to go up as champions, and that's exactly what the board are looking for. And when I last looked at this screen, we had 11 of the 11 players in the Dream 11. We've now dropped down to only having 9 of the 11. Tate saying he's in the Dream 11 for Ware. So it looks like we have strengthened considerably since last season. Although a lot of these players were already here, apart from the defenders. De Bayo was here, but Kirk and Muir weren't. Carter, O'Neill, Bennett and Kajar were all here. Tate wasn't here, Rogerson wasn't here. So I'm hoping we're going to have quite a decent season. Right, so this is the starting 11 we're going to be going with for our first game of the new season. We've gone with Rogerson in goal, back four of DeBayo, Kirk, Muir and Kelly Evans. A midfield, two of Carter and Parks, with Bennett and Kajar on the wings, and a front two of Matter and new boy Tate. Quite a few debuts today, so I'm hoping that this team can gel together. A couple of players lacking in match fitness because they've either joined late in the... I think that both of them that are lacking match fitness joined late in the transfer window. But we've got plenty of players on the bench that can come on for them. We're carrying on with the same sort of tactic we did last season. Just continue playing the way we play. And I'm going to say we should be winning this match fairly comfortably. We're favourites for the league, so we should, in theory, be favourites against every single team in the league in terms of match odds. But we're away first game of the season, so we'll just see how we get on. 7 minutes in, we've got our first highlight, and we've got the ball at the back. Rogerson getting his first touch in a video. He plays a long ball forward looking for Bennett, who tried to nod it on but couldn't quite get there, and we've lost possession. And we're now going to see how our new look defence works, but Bennett manages to win it back on the wing and plays it back nicely to DeBayo, who plays a hopeful ball forward, but it was never going anywhere. Kirk with the ball forward now, looking for Matter, can't quite get there. Bennett plays the ball through to him, however, and Matter has just scored his first goal of the new season. This will be his third season with us. He signed an extension on his contract at the end of last season to keep him here for another year, and he's repaid us with our first goal of the new season. Less than 8 minutes on the clock and we're 1-0 up. It was a good ball through from Bennett after DeBayo's failed long ball forward, but we're defending a free kick now. How are these new defenders going to cope? And we've conceded an immediate response from them. Less than a minute we were ahead for before they scored their equaliser. I mean, the marking there was shocking. You can tell I haven't done anything with the set piece instructions, but we've got another highlight. Still only 10 minutes on the clock. We're coming forward again. Carter with the ball. Plays it back to Kirk, who tries to find Bennett, but it's too far in front of him. Muir now with the ball over the top, looking for Tate on his debut, and that's his first goal for the club. It was a long, hopeful ball forward from Muir, but Tate managed to get through on goal and scores his first goal for the club. Muir did really well, just take one touch and a good ball into a dangerous area. Their keeper really should have come for that, but you know, we're not going to complain. And Tate getting his first goal for the club, that sees us go back ahead, and hopefully we can now just settle things down a bit. Just now we've had that crazy opening few minutes, just settle things down. We've 28 minutes now into the game, and we've got another highlight. Muir with the ball forward again, looking for, I think he was looking for Kajar there, but he can't quite get there. We do tend to just lump the ball forward. That's how we've played. It's a very non-league way of playing. Kelly Evans with a nice interception there, and some nice passing from our defence and midfield there. Bennett manages to control the ball nicely, finds DeBayo, who plays it forward looking for Matter, and the defenders missed his header, and Matter through for his second goal of the game. He was there. That's a poacher's finish, that, although he doesn't play as the poacher anymore, he's playing as the advanced forward. Old habits die hard for Jaffet Matter. It was a good run. DeBayo did well. It was a hopeful ball, and Matter just relied on the defender missing his header, which he did, and he was there to pounce on the ball and took his chance nicely. It's been an action-packed first half. I mean, if you look at the stats, we haven't been the best team, but we're winning. We've taken the chances we've got, and we've got yet another highlight. Bennett with the ball forward, looking for Mata, who controls it nicely, lays it off to Carter, who skips over one man, sprays the ball out wide to Kajar, who finds the cross for Mata, who just misses his chance for his hat-trick, his first hat-trick of the season in the first half. And now it's our chance to defend. And they do manage to get the cross in from deep, but he was offside, I think, there. I think this will be probably the last highlight of the first half. Kelly Evans with the cross in, looking for Japhet Mata, and it's disallowed for offside. We'll see how close that was. I mean, yeah, it was very close. Tried to track back to keep onside, but couldn't quite get there. And we've gone in at half-time at 3-1 up. And I'm going to say you're doing really well. Carry on with that. I mean, I don't know where Stratford were predicted to be in the league this season, but yeah, we've looked good against them. We've had the same amount of shots as them. We've had one less shot on target, but we've had 3 clear-cut chances to their 2 and a half chance. So we are doing well. We've got less possession, but you'd expect that with us playing away from home. Nearly 70 minutes in now, and I'm going to make some substitutions. Bennett's on a yellow card, so I'm going to bring on Forster for his first appearance of the season. Same with Kelly Evans. I'm going to take him off for Mendes Jones. So one double-barrelled surname for another. I don't know. I'm not going to make a third sub yet. We'll see how those two work. I'm going to drop some praise. In fact, I'll wait till this highlight's done and then I'll drop some praise. Rogerson carries the ball, gathers the ball nicely, plays the ball forward, looking for Forster, but Mata gets there. He's running through. He's on his own, really. Did as well as he could, but DeBayo's picked it up, looking for Tate. It falls to Kajar, who tries to get his shot away, but it's blocked. Stratford play a long, hopeful ball forward, but they're through on goal, and Rogerson, with a fantastic save, concedes the corner, and we get the ball away, and that's the end of that highlight. That was a great save from Rogerson. He's on a 6.9. That's a good rating for a keeper. We've got about 5 minutes left, maybe a bit more, so I'm going to make the last change. I'm going to bring DeBayo off because he's knackered. Bring Martin on for him. Just want to keep them fresh, because the matches come thick and fast at this level, and we've scored a 4th goal. Eglai Kajar with his first goal of the season. I think that might be his first for the club as well, and it's come from a John Parks free kick. What was their goalkeeper doing there? I mean, just watch this. He was well onside, and you know, he was too far over, far too far over, and we capitalised on it. But we've got a kick-off highlight, and we've managed to block it, and we've got possession back. Could we get goal number 5? Mendes Jones with the ball forward to Kajar, who is clear through on goal. Can he square it to Mata to get his hat-trick? And there it is, goal number 5 of the game. Goal number 3 for Japhet Mata. It's his first hat-trick of the season in his first game. And he's never let us down. He was a lot more consistent last year than what he was the year before, with playing with a strike partner. And I think, you know, although he scored less goals, his consistency was fantastic across last season. And he's put in a man of the match performance today. And we have won our first game of the season 5-1. Absolutely fantastic start to the season. And we've only got 3 days now to our next game against Broomsgrove Sporting, but we're not going to see that in today's episode. But, you know, for 1 game played, 1 game won, and we are top of the league once again, where we deserve to be. Yeah, everybody had a really good game. Nobody really had a poor game at all, really. I'm going to praise Mata for his contribution. We'll have a quick look to see where we're going to come back. I know a lot of people some people that I know in Ware do watch this series, So I think we'll probably come back for Enfield Town and Harlow in the next episode, because I'm sure, didn't Harlow play in our division in the first season? Let's have a look at their overview or their history of the competitions. Isthmian League, where was it? 2020 we're looking for. That was the league we were in the first season. So it's a renewed rivalry with Harlow. So we'll definitely play them in the next episode. So we'll come back for Enfield and Harlow in the next episode. If you like that, make sure you give it a nice big thumbs up on there for me. Subscribe to the channel for more FM20 videos. Don't forget, follow me on Facebook and Twitter at WeaselGamerTV for both of those. And thank you very much for watching.